Welcome everyone to the final game of the Gen Con Nationals Netrunner Tournament. I am Steven.
And I'm Tim.
And we are here with Team Covenant showing you what is sure to be one of the most exciting games of your entire life.
That's a very broad statement,
It is
Steven.
a bold statement. We just saw game 14, the first game of the finals, where Benoit just barely lost 7-6 against Zach's Near-Earth Hub. And now we flip the tables. We have Benoit's Near-Earth Hub playing against Zach's Andromeda. So we see a new matchup here. Criminal now trying to infiltrate the Near-Earth Hub, the newest identity from NBN at this time. And Benoit kicking it off with a card draw. It's mandatory.
He's got to do it.
Now, last time we saw a install sweeps week. Hedge fund. I'm sure that's
not as good as sweeps.
I'm sure that Benoit would love to see a sweeps week here. I often will just mulligan for that card alone because it does so much against Andy.
It's a huge burst.
Huge burst. Sure gamble on Zach's end. A very precise player there. Obviously putting his deck and discard pile in very certain ways. Installing that data sucker.
Pristine, if you will.
Do we see the Dirty Laundry here? Yes, we do. Dirty Laundry Archives. Gaining money and a data sucker token.
Classic.
And this is just the Andy opening that you dream of.
Security testing.
And then security testing. Just a fantastic open here.
Money for days.
Putting a ton of pressure over here on Benoit. Installs a card in a new server. And that's going to gain a card. Thanks to NEH's ability. When you create a new server, you get to draw.
Jackson.
Then Jackson for 2 cards.
It's a really early Jackson.
Got to get things.
Doing it again.
And Jackson again. And this is actually one of the stronger things about NBN right now is the amount of card draw. Being able to get to the tools that you need to win the game.
Grimming that hand like crazy.
Grimming it.
Couldn't cherry pick any better.
Paying a lot of attention.
Loving it.
And still, almost just taking a second mulligan here. Well, he didn't take a first one, but taking a mulligan here. Just spending an entire turn drawing. Testing the Jackson. Quite interesting there. Benoit could certainly use it and chuck that run.
Interesting.
Running Archives and uses the Jackson.
So now his testing is gone.
Yeah, I think, you've got to declare with security testing and maybe he wanted the Archives threat, I imagine.
Right. But he could just run Archives twice.
He could do that.
Click for 2 money and a data circuit token, then...
Seems quite good.
It's interesting.
There's a pad campaign. So that gives us a little insight into how Benoit's building his NEH deck. He is going full tilt pad campaign, and you have to imagine marked accounts as well.
Yep. Lots of assets, which is really interesting because for the longest time we haven't seen very many assets in decks.
It's absolutely
There's
true.
been a few, but...
And
it's all about the operations.
Maybe a bit of a reaction to the long-time Siphon abuse.
It most definitely
and a pop-up window coming in.
Talking about a good piece of ice.
That ice does work and will forever do work.
I don't know how much I like it on HQ.
Jackson drawing.
Especially against Andromeda.
Good trash.
But, yeah.
Yeah, against Criminal on HQ it's hard, but it's also... solid. It's hard. Sometimes
you just siphon here.
You just got to put something there.
No, sorry, R&D. The best siphon of them all. Res your ice.
Res your ice. Old school siphon. Roto turret.
Breaking it.
And breaking it with Fairy and scoring Beal. Oh man, off to a roaring start here. Zach really putting Benoit on the defensive. Not really having. Look at that board. Not established much at all. 2 0-string pieces of ice versus 2 points. Security testing, money, data sucker. Gonna install over Archives there.
Andy's doing what she does best.
It's gonna be very hard for Benoit to climb out of this. Installs again over HQ, and again that pop window now less valuable than it once was.
Still, it's fine.
Still okay. If you could flip him though, you sure would.
Yeah. There is a card that does that,
There is.
Sunset. It's coming back, guys.
Heaven forbid we run it, Tim. I say that now, and it's like, Worlds 2014 winning deck. Sunset times 3. Archives on the security testing here, and then drawing a card.
Parasite
Gonna
and the
go ahead and
Rotor?
just kill the roto turret. Welcome to Parasite. I'd pay 2 credits just to never have to deal with that piece of ice again.
Yep. All day.
Third is going to be R&D. The lock is pretty strong right now. Would like to see a little bit of multi-access to really set the hooks in.
Set the hooks in.
Absolutely.
Going fishing.
And
That's what I'm going to call it. Dig now. Deep dig.
Going fishing, setting the hooks.
Setting the hooks.
Benoit drawing a card. Got a wide open R&D. Is going to need to close that up. Going to install and draw using
Probably
the
that
NEH
path
ability.
campaign. Yeah, if I was a betting man.
Yeah, pretty.
Oh no, it's Jackson.
And another Jackson. This is the third Jackson. And Zach's got to be kind of happy about this. Going into late game, mid game without any Jackson Howards in the deck.
Well, he's going to shuffle 1 back in
Not a bad
whenever
one.
he uses the... But 1 Jackson is way better than 3.
1 is better than 3. That's what I've always said about Jackson, unless I'm playing MBN. Which I often am.
You've been known to run 2, though.
Man, Benoit, just a drawing fiend. We saw this in the runner game as well. Tons of draw. Looking for the cards, looking for the options. Is it a bad hand? Is it bad luck? Is it a bad draw?
Or is this just what he does?
Or is this just Benoit's game? And so we're going to security test R&D. Gain 2 credits in a data circuit token on the first run and no access. A reasonable exchange.
It really is a reasonable exchange. Security testing. So good.
Second is Dirty Laundry R&D. Oh, that is just unbelievably good economy. Data circuit token, money, and an access. Still sees no agendas, but a little more info never hurts. Running Jackson here, and it's going to be popped. This is looking bad for Benoit, Tim.
Zach is doing what criminals do best. He is applying pressure where it hurts, which is everywhere.
Everywhere. Sound like a true Jedi Master.
I did study for... No, I'm just kidding.
I did go to university.
Hitting R&D again.
Yeah, and that's such a good play here.
Yep.
You get the R&D access, then you force the Jackson,
And then you get
and now
another
you get a
R&D
new access. Zach playing this very, very well. Certainly has the odds on this one right now. If I was a betting man.
It's looking good for Zach.
Most important cut of his life. Taking a peek. And nothing. All right. I was a little worried there. My heart was racing, and it still is. Near Earth Hub,
Has that
6
just been an
credits.
Astro sitting there?
Oh man, your heart sinks.
A
That
tear would
thing
be
comes
shed.
off the top.
It really is one of the worst feelings in the world as an NBN player.
It's like your child. It's like a little baby. R&D getting some ice. And another piece
Okay.
of ice.
He's like, no more.
Pop-up window there.
It's probably a tyrant, none shall pass.
Almost certain. And gaining a credit. So there we go to 6 credits total. Still at, I believe, 10 over there on Andy's side. Zach, very careful player, very calm.
He's very collected. I
He
think
is
is the right word.
He is that. Taking a good think about this one.
Just doing a little drumming.
And Near Earth Hub with no remotes installed is always kind of a bummer. I feel like you're not using it as well as you could, you know?
I mean, he's gotten a couple draws out of it so far. It's just pretty early still.
You could try for a little HQ access here, to see what you get. Zach going to spend some cash. And at night, on that new ice. And I
then
believe that is
siphon.
what we're going to do.
Yep.
And there's the account siphon. Just a perfect time for it.
I mean, you res the ice if you can, right?
Yep. But pop-up window going to take you back into the decent numbers, maybe. That's a wall of static, wrap
It's a Sherlock.
around,
It's a Sherlock.
anything like that
can
is
tell
just
it.
bad.
6 cost Sherlock.
Disagree, Tim. Boy, what a wild game that would be, though, huh?
What, you're running Sherlock?
There's the Elias. That's going to be a really good deal. I think you still pay it, yeah, and that's what Zach's doing. Pop-up window gains him and loses a credit. And then Siphon is going to lose all 4, gain 8, and 2 tags over there on Zach's side. Is he a tag dropper? Is he a tag floater? Is
He's
the question.
playing security testing, so I assume that, I mean, right now he's floating it because he has to.
Yeah.
But
Now he's running R&D. And just getting tons of accesses here early.
oh,
Oh, nice. And that's what you want. There's the pop-up window. Good install by Benoit there. And then he keeps it. Whew. A lot of
Does
accesses
that second
here.
ice have been a quandary? That's what you want.
That is what you want, isn't it? It's true. Knight is now on the board. Just a great little icebreaker. Anarch's happy to contribute to the other faction's ability to do great things. Trashing security testing and gaining a credit over on Benoit's side of the world.
You gotta do what you gotta do. It's a bummer being only at 1 credit, but
yeah, it looks like
security testing is brutal.
Credit trash. Bum. Knight.
That's what we call that turn.
Knight stays on the board. We're gonna go back into R&D. Hate to give more money, but you know what? For an access, it's worth it here. NAPD is going to be scored.
That's not what you want to see.
That's not what you want.
From either side, really.
You're definitely on 4 points, but really hurts to swing the economy this way. And now we're kind of back even. A lot of data sucker action here, though. You've got to think that's essentially stored credits, depending on what Zach's running.
Based on what Benoit's running, really, doesn't seem super necessary yet.
Yeah.
To have all those data suckers, unless he starts playing some recursion for that parasite.
And it looks like going to shake both tags or one tag. I think he shook both tags there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did too. Goes down to 1 credit or 2?
Looks like 2.
2
yeah.
credits.
And Benoit coming back through. I see a Biotic in hand. He's having a very similar game, similar deck to Zach in last game. But man, tempo shift is huge here. Zach on 4 points, threatening a lot. Installing any remote and drawing a card for Benoit. I do not know how he's going to climb out of this one.
It's going to be tough if he's able to do it. He's just so far
Installs
behind.
another remote server, and it's marked. So he's not making use of that ability the second time because it's only 1 time per turn.
I think you still have to go for that money, though.
Yeah, and
get it
Benoit
rolling.
obviously making a choice here. Maybe daring the sand trash. And going to take a peek here.
Pad.
Saw a pad campaign. Installing Katie Jones. 3 on Katie Jones.
Man, Zach's deck is just generating the economy.
Oh, it's just working. So pad campaign gets rezzed.
Yeah, but I gain 1 and then
Little discussion on the short math.
okay, and then I gain 1 and 1. So I gain res.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah. I have to have at least 2 and then
So res the pad campaign and then gains 1 from pad and 1 from marked accounts. And now a slight bit of economy advantage on Benoit's side.
Whatever that drip gets rolling, it's what you want as a
gets a card draw
player.
Yeah, and Andromeda going to have a hard time running through and trashing all these assets. Already 14
so much money.
credits on the board just to deal with.
Wizard looks really nice right now.
Wizard looks great. Happy to say that in a battle report finally, Tim. So happy. But Central's still looking pretty weak here. And I think Zach needs to speed it up right now. This is his chance to get in there. He either needs to solidify his board or he needs to go and get an agenda right now. Those 3 credits are going to turn into 6 credits, going to turn into 9 credits, and this train's going to be rolling.
Choo choo.
Where's that imp? Where's that scrubber?
I don't think that either of those are going to happen today.
And looks
So,
like
just draw some cards and get
drawing
some
some
money.
cards and hits Katie
It's not
nicely.
nice to hit Katie.
In a nice way.
Okay, that's better.
6 credits for Benoit.
It's so drip economy, man. It's so good once it gets going.
It's amazing right now. Look at the shift here. It came out of nowhere, and now we have a hedge fund, and now Benoit is absolutely screaming. Got tons of money, that's going to keep rolling in. Got his operation going there, and the economy turnaround just huge.
Do you override that Eli soon to get rid of that knight?
Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
Thanks, Tim.
No problem.
Man, you're like a fortune teller.
No problem.
You can see into the future. And
Yeah,
I cost
I
him a
think
credit.
Getting
to
rid of that
install
knight
it.
is just so huge right now.
That
Like
takes
his board's solid now.
That takes a lot of
He is
pressure
safe
off
right
of
now.
those centrals. Yep. A lot of pressure.
I mean, sort of safe.
He's even got toll booths here if he wants them.
You got toll booths? I want them.
You got toll booths? I got toll booths.
I can get your toll booth by Tuesday.
And man, look at this swing, Tim. I am just amazed.
Benoit did it. He swung the tempo.
Looks like a sure.
It's really good that he got rid of that security testing, though, because he has all those remotes.
Yeah.
That's probably why he didn't have them super early.
Yep.
It's just free money.
Zach takes Katie and sure gambles. So look at him now back in the cash. It seems much more temporary, though, than what Benoit has set up, obviously. Could trash both marked here. Could trash a pad and a marked.
That would be interesting.
It's
tough.
It's so hard. Especially when you're looking at central access essentially being pop-up windows.
Mm-hmm.
Just money everywhere that Zach goes. Money for Benoit.
12 money.
Gains the cash. And we have 12 credits, 10 credits. Biotic, here comes the first Astro, I have to imagine.
Hopefully it's the Astro. Boom,
Install, draw card.
Benoit needs it to be the Astro.
And there's the
Astro,
Astro script.
boom.
We have ourselves a game, folks.
The game is live. It is live.
It's on.
Warning, it is live.
The hand now becomes an issue. If we have an Astro script in hand, we could easily see this train start. Zach now having to really stop this. He's going to have to do something.
He has to put the pressure on now.
R&D needs to be a huge priority. Maybe a legwork here. There's a lot of good options. And a Forged. Ooh, haven't seen Forged in a while. Forged over HQ is Benoit going to res. And he does res Caduceus. Which is very interesting.
That's all. I was about to say that.
Very interesting. You don't see this a lot in a non-making news deck. Kind of a holdover from that template. And Benoit still thinking is very strong.
Yeah, it's interesting. Especially against the R&D's Link.
Express delivery from Zach here.
Delivery for Zach.
He does. Oh, I see a count siphon there. Really not
I've seen
doing
the count siphon and Yogg.
too much. Boy, we see kind of an old school. This is an amazing kind of match between the old meta, like at its peak, and this kind of new Earth Hub meta coming in, and which one is going to be on top here?
It's so good.
It's all good, and a lot of the old decks like Cotman and even just Biotic HB, just these old decks that have always been powerhouses, just kind of stay good. There's new things, but they kind of never lose their effectiveness once they're there.
Yeah. Did we see what he took? I didn't see what he took.
I didn't see what he took. I'm just staring at this board over here, and it is good for Benoit. The shift is incredible, Tim. I'm on the edge of my seat here. Astro script with a counter. Man,
you got to get rid of that economy.
You have to, and you can't. It's the most beautiful thing.
I feel like if he has it.
And there's the Yogg. Zach playing for the late game, maybe even giving him the second Astro. And now going to run through R&D, giving Benoit 1 credit, and looking for a res here. Caduceus. Ooh, baby. So the Trace 4 credits. Let's see what's going to happen there. Is a Trace 3. And it looks like they are broken. And Data Sucker. Gaining 1. So again, whiffs off R&D there. Boy, Zach has gotten a lot of accesses, but he has gotten a lot of points too, so it's about right. Marked accounts and pad campaign. Both players, you notice, paying attention to each other's passives, making sure they happen, and this is a great lesson for a game player of any kind. Loading both marked and gaining a credit.
Now is one of those times that I just want to account siphon, let the Caduceus Trace hit, let the pop-up window hit, and then just trash both of those marked accounts.
And trash everything. Yeah, Zach back on 0 credits. Gonna be tough. And how many NAPDs are left to try to steal and fail? Gaining 3 money and 3 on Katie. So both players are covering their economies here. We have the permanent solution on the right side of the board and the more temporary on the left.
It's a beautiful thing watching the two styles of economy happen at the same time.
And really, this deck certainly Near Earth makes it better. You get about 4 or 5 to 8 card draws per turn if you want them. But asset economy isn't a new thing either. And looks like the second Astro is scored.
Chugga chugga choo choo. That's what we call that.
Coming down the midfield line.
The train has started.
4 points to 4 points, and
the game is tied. Steven.
Also
it's
has
tied.
the economy advantage. This game is tied right down the line, credit wise, points wise. But as we know, if you get to this point as the runner, the Corp is winning that tie.
The Astro is so Huge.
Ooh, especially having to double down on Mr. Lee here and just having to build the board rather than attack. This is a problem for Zach. His tempo is going to be suffering.
But man, in like 3 turns, it's going to be awesome.
In 3 turns, it's good, but you have to wonder, is
the
it
game gonna be
rolling?
that long?
Is this one rolling?
Does Benoit have another Astro? Let's see.
If he has another Astro, I'm going to freak out.
That would be insane.
Install a remote, draw a card. It could be it.
I see. Is that a Jackson in hand or is that an Agenda? It's tough. Tough angle.
Is he going to score this thing? Is it a thing to score?
Is he
it
slow rolling
economy? Is it a Sansan?
What is it? Ah!
Installs over R&D. Feeling good. Benoit's got to be feeling very secure here.
He's going to load one of those marked. I'm calling it. Boom.
Nice. And loading another mark.
I'm so excited right now.
Man,
This
going
game-
back over to Zach. Mr. Lee's
It
for...
looked so good in the beginning for Zach, and now
card.
it's so...
He has not been able to
tight.
get on top of economy here. Katie's sitting back and helping. Boy, you just have to... You even have to worry about the breaking news trash Katie play, too. You know, Zach can't even let that Katie get too big. Katie's sure gamble. We've seen it before. We'll see it again.
It's not the Katie we deserved.
Going back up to 9.
Wait.
And both servers, Central here, looking nasty even for an excess. Just the possibility to give Benoit so much money. Even just one off the pop-up is just bad.
Yeah, it's not what you want.
Yogg
it's not
certainly
costing you
helps,
any money, but hey, there we go.
There's a corroder, so getting on these servers, you got to wonder about that corroder install, don't you? You got to wonder. Like, where's the barrier? We haven't even seen it yet.
I think he's just preparing. He's hoping that he doesn't have another gen in hand.
It's hard. You've got an Astro counter live.
He's got to get in that R&D, and he can't just waste a click on hitting it.
He does. You're right.
Like, if that's just an Eli, okay, I'm out. Well, Corroder. Might as well just install it first. It's tough.
It's tough.
It's really tough. But
That's why we play the game.
it's the game.
There is no right answer.
Well, sometimes it is.
Installing a remote. Is that an Astro? Is that a Beal? Look at that. Look at that asset economy. Oh no.
It's so much.
What do you do? I mean, this is professor level trickle. And there we have the Astro counter coming out for a Beal.
Woo.
And Benoit going to go to 6 points. Does he have the breaking news in hand? Does he have a fast track? Can he do something here?
Is that an NAPD in his hand?
Boy, I hope not. Going over to Zach. Pressure is now on. 4 points to 6. Astro counter, however, is gone. And a lot of times this signals that a breaking news is in hand. So Zach has got to be thinking.
I know it. You know it.
HQ
Zach knows it.
could have breaking news for the game.
You have to hit HQ, right?
You have to do something. But you can't. And there's the Eli.
Boom! Called it.
And Data Sucker now finally getting to do some work. Gonna break Eli
Yogg's
for
it.
2. Yogg the pop-up. And then Caduceus is gonna trace. And gonna blow the fairy on it. There's 1 card. And nothing. Does not see an agenda there. Boy, a Mimic here changes the game. I don't know if he's running it.
Mimic.
There it is. Oh, Tim. Get in there.
He's got to run HQ now.
Check an
Twice.
HQ, 100%. 100%. 2 credits in. Could even let the end of the run trace happen. Oh, you gotta be so scared of NAPD here. So scared.
It's so brutal. Ah. Yeah, he's got to.
Okay, so Trace.
Yep, he's just letting him have the money.
Yeah. Going through the Yogg. Getting it out of Sucker Token. And really going to have to squeeze out the breaking news here. If that's the goal. That's the plan. Oh, baby!
Sniped it.
Sees the Astro script.
Woo!
We're now 6-6 here in the finals. Gen Con
Now
Nationals.
this is Netrunner.
This is what I'm talking
he
about.
can get back in. That's
He's
why
got-
he broke the...
He's got to go back in. He's got to go back in. He's got to think of breaking news is there.
Yeah, he's going back in, breaking, giving 4 more money to Benoit, but
And here we go. One more shot. Does he see the breaking news?
heaven forbid.
Does he see the breaking news? Is it even there? Is it even there?
I'm pretty sure I saw an NAPD earlier. Oh,
no way.
Look
No.
at his reaction.
What a
he knows.
spoiler. Oh, no.
That hurts my soul.
Oh, man. My heart, be still. Money everywhere. At this point, a biotic and anything...
Was that another marked account I saw?
Does he have it? Does he have anything? And has Zach cashed out here? He's probably got enough time to... If the breaking news isn't here, he's got enough time for maybe one more check on R&D, get some cash, and just roll it.
Like, the thing is, though, he can't not access with 4 again. Like, he
Yeah.
has to have the money.
He has to, but... Oh, God, it's just Netrunner. It's just good Netrunner. And Benoit can really make R&D a pain here. He can install over the top. He's got 14 credits. Money is no object. He can install over HQ and R&D and dig for that breaking news.
What do you do here?
I don't know what I do.
It's so tough.
I don't know what I do at all.
Do you draw? Do you install something and draw a card? Try to find the breaking news?
He's
Versus
drawing.
draw?
No.
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 Huh?
HQ is pretty weak right now.
Yeah, versus draw.
I don't know what that was.
Was that a
Tim.
breaking news? I think I saw a flash. Steven, I think I saw
I
a
think I
flash.
saw a flash of breaking news.
Or no, it's a marked accounts. Whew.
Okay. A lot of players are on a fast track here. I imagine that Benoit was as well. But I think still needing maybe even a biotic to really seal it out nicely.
Man, this has been one heck of a game, Steven.
One heck of a series, really, between these two.
Very true.
And
Yeah,
over
that's-
HQ,
I think that's right.
does he leave R&D? I mean, R&D is 3 credits. If he doesn't break that Caduceus. I'm just so tempted to check the top here to see a breaking reveal.
I mean, he's got to get money first, though.
He's got to, like, click money and then check? Is that fair?
He could technically run click through
Oh,
the
he's got
Eli.
he's got testing. That makes it even better. Oh, he doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah, testing is gone.
That confused me too.
We
there.
both got excited
We
for
both
a
were
second.
bamboozled.
We split the trophy now. I'll split the trophy. We'll saw it.
Checking out.
I'm almost 100% sure I just saw breaking news in his hand.
What more
Like,
do you
I-
want? People.
Ah,
Oh my god.
Is he just gonna run and click it?
yeah.
I mean, he can.
Yeah.
He's just going to break
Yeah,
in and
and
run.
then break the Caduceus. Yeah,
Oh.
this is it.
NAPD! Oh!
No way.
Oh!
No way.
Oh.
No.
That's 2
way.
accesses on an NAPD he couldn't steal.
Even happy. He's like, it's an agenda.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Passing it over.
Oh.
And he's got it. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was
What
insane.
a game.
Steven.
If any of those NAPDs had been breaking news, had been Beals, that
Uh-huh.
game is over. And somehow Benoit turns it around.
Man,
Talk
it was looking
about
so bad in the beginning for him. He was so behind, and then he kept calm and he kept playing, and he just
got
tempo.
2 fantastic Netrunner players here.
Ah.
Huge congrats to both Zach and Benoit. Special congrats to Benoit for being the champion of Gen Con Nationals 2014, and both players for just showing such class here and calm and just excellent Netrunner.
For sure. Really great players, really great dudes, really great games.
Thank you guys so much for watching our coverage of Gen Con and Netrunner. And if you haven't, check out the interview with Lucas and Damon and everything we've got from that convention. I'm out of breath from this game. Hope that you guys are too. Stick with our channel. We got more Netrunner games coming from locally and from Worlds, which we'll be attending in November. So we'll see you guys there. And if you want to support what we're doing, we do have a lot of ways to do that. One is data tokens. And then the other is fan funding, which you can do on this video itself. And just throw direct support behind it. We love it, you love it, and you guys take care.
See you guys. Be safe.